Welcome to Fantasy Wizard channel. Today there will be final team selection for my Fantasy 2024. As I have mentioned before, it was first draft in the first video of my team selection, and this will be final complete draft of the team. And I advise you to buy that players, which I will pick later. But before I start any team selection and pick the players, please subscribe my channel and like this video because it's very important for me, and meanwhile it represents only single click for you. Okay, before I start any selection, I must repeat one rule which is so useful for us, and we must not break the rule because maybe it will vital for our fantasy points. Okay, we can change captaincy in any game day. That means that for example, match day 1 takes to complete 5 days, and the first match is against Germany against Scotland. We can pick the player and make captain from that match. If he fails, maybe we are able, not maybe, it's for sure, we are able to change captaincy on a game day second and pick the player from Spain, from Albania, from Italy, whatever we want, and the next day from England, next day from France, and so on. So we have to we can make totally five captain during match day 1, and it's so worth to use, and it's very good rule. So I'm going to pick the players, not to break that rule, and use that rule 100%. So I'll start with the goalkeepers. My goalkeepers are not changed. They are again here Andrei Lunin and Mamardashvili from Georgia. Andrei Lunin has matches against Romania and against Slovakia in the first two fixture is like this. I think Ukraine will not concede a goal in one of these two match, or maybe he can keep clean sheet in a two or three matches, because one last match is against Belgium, and I think Belgium will score against Ukraine. This will be a huge opportunity as to collect the points, because Andrei Lunin had great season at Real Madrid, and I think he has he's so perspective, and he will have opportunity to take the goal in Real Madrid. Maybe he will not starter because Courtois is healthy already, but I think he will fight to get his chance, and this Euro 2024 will be so decisive for that player, and I suggest under 4.5 million he's great deal to pick. Okay, next one is Mamardashvili from Georgia. Georgia is debutant and the first time ever they performing in the Euro tournament. Georgia shares the group with Turkey, Czech Republic, and Portugal. I know those three teams are favorites against Georgia, and that's why I picked Mamardashvili, because if they are favorites, they must hit many times, they must try to score, and Mamardashvili loves to make saves, because if you watch Valencia games in La Liga, he is the best player of the team, and he's already captain of the historic team, and he made great saves. He was trying to win Zamora trophy in La Liga, and he had chance during maybe 35 fixtures, and he's great goalkeeper, and I suggest to pick that player. Meanwhile, he takes penalties also, and this guy is worth to pick. We all know the last match is against Portugal, but we can replace him easily with Lunin. Okay, my defenders will be. I'll start with João Cancelo from Portugal. He's very good at defensive line. He's very good. He's better attacker than defender, as I say. And Portugal has group with Czech Republic, Turkey, and Georgia, and I think João Cancelo has good opportunity to collect goals or assists. I think Joao Cancelo will be so good at that point because Barcelona is thinking to make his transfer from Manchester City, and I think this will be so decisive for Cancelo because he must fight. He must show Barcelona scouts that he is good enough and he's worth to be purchased. So I think Joao Cancelo will be good, and the first match is against Czech Republic, and I think under Roberto Martinez he is so good also. We can see that he scored 3 goals within qualifiers and take 8 clean sheets in totally, and that's so good. Maybe he's selected by 23%, and it's approximately quarter of the players. But I think Joao Cancelo will be a good player, not differential at all, but we have another players who will be differential, and I don't want to lose Cancelo points from Portugal. Next one is Stones from England national squad. If Cancelo is picked by 23%, Stones is picked only 4%, and that I can see as a differential because Harry Maguire will absent and due to injury, and that issue is very useful for John Stones because Stones will be a starter in England national squad. The matches are against Serbia, Denmark, and Slovakia. It's not easy, especially the first 2 fixtures between against Serbia and against Denmark. But I think Denmark, right? Yes, I'm right. Serbia and Denmark. But I think John Stones is very good at attacking from set pieces. He's so dangerous. He loves to scoring header goals, and Pep Guardiola learned him how to attack well. And also, John Stones missed half of the season, maybe approximately due to injuries, but he's healthy right now, and we must use him because in England national squad, Gareth Southgate uses him in the set pieces very efficient, and I think this guy is worth to be picked under the 5 million budget. Next one is Mittelstadt from German national squad. That player is very good at attacking, and under Julian Nagelsmann he plays very well. He plays approximately 90 minutes every match, and I think against Scotland he will be starter. And under 4 million, I think he is very good to pick. That player will not be differential because 16% totally picked him, and approximately it's average picked player, but he's very good, and I think under 4 million I had the opportunity to pick Fais from Belgium national squad, but for the Matchday one I had to think about it, and I picked Mittelstadt from German national squad. Next one is Fede Di Marco from Italy. That player is very useful because he attacks very well, just like Joao Cancelo. And Roberto Mancini, no, Roberto Mancini is no more in Italy squad. It's Spalletti, ex-Napoli manager, and Luciano Spalletti changed the formation, Italy formation, and the formation is 3-5-2, and it's similar, just like Inter plays. It's similar to Inter's formation. So I think Di Marco will be useful in that line because Di Marco plays under the formation 3-5-2, and I think that player will be decisive and maybe differential, but I know it's 20%, but it's not last day. Maybe they changed Di Marco, and I think we must keep him. Next one, and is so useful, I think, will be Frimpong from Netherlands. It was under the question mark who would play, Frimpong or Dumfries, and I think Ronald Koeman did very well and he decides that Frimpong, maybe Frimpong will play as not defender, but as a striker or as a midfielder, because Frimpong played against Canada as a striker, right winger, and it's very good because he had very good match, and I think Koeman will think about it, and Koeman will use him as a right winger, especially the first match is against Poland, and in the group with France, in a group with Austria, and in a group with Poland. And the first match is against Poland. You must think about it to take 3 points, because those 3 points maybe will be vital to pick at least third place in the group. And I think Jeremy Frimpong will be starter and will be right winger, and to pick the defender and to play as a right winger. Maybe it will take and it will grab many points for us. He is not differential at all, because 34% did pick him. It was picked before he would play against Canada as a right winger, and I think I decide to pick him after that match, and I advise you to pick that player, because we must not lose the points, expected points from Jeremy Frimpong. My midfield will be like this. I'll start with Bruno Fernandes from Portugal. Bruno did very well under Roberto Martinez, because Bruno scored 6 goals and provide 8 assists in the qualifying stage. He's very good. He's very efficient. So I think we have not any option, and we must not lose his points against Czech Republic, against Turkey, and against Georgia. This player will be good. I think he played after the substitution. Now in the national squad, the last match of Portugal, and scored 2 goals, and he's very good. And I know it's expensive with 9 million, but we must keep him. The next, Toni Kroos from German. This player plays the last matches of his career, of his distinguished career, and I think Toni Kroos will try his best to make German national team winner of Euro 2024. Toni Kroos will play alongside Gundogan, I think, or alongside Endrich in the center of the field, and maybe he will be player who will takes penalties. But we 100% know that he will be player who takes set pieces, and after the set pieces maybe he provides assists, and it will be so good for us and our fantasy points. And under 6.5 million he is worth to pick. And also I provided you that that player Toni Kroos will be the captain of my team of game day one, because during match day 1 we have 5 game days. Next one is Rodri from Spain, and his price is also 6.5 million. Rodri is not differential, because the many players picked him, especially Spanish players picked him. It's quarter 25% of the players. Rodri is so good, because we all know how decisive player he is, and he also takes penalties, because he took 2 penalties against Brazil in the friendly match, and he scored both. Also, we all know how he loves to score goals from outside the box, and I think we must pick Rodri, because with the recoveries of the ball, he is so good. Croatia is not team to be in the defensive line during 90 minutes, and I think Rodri will have to make more ball recoveries, and more ball recoveries carry us to more points of the fantasy. Next one is maybe surprisingly Sudakov from Ukraine, and I think this guy will be differential, and I'll explain right now why I'm thinking about it. Sudakov is midfielder in that game, but he always, not always, but usually plays as a striker alongside Dobik, and I think Sudakov was very good when it was qualifying time for Ukraine, because he provided 2 assists for his teammates, and I think alongside Dobik, and if he plays as a forward, he can carry us to more points, because the first match is against Romania, and I think it will be a very very useful match against Romania, and between Romania and Ukraine, it will they will be decide who takes 3 points and to take second place. I think after the Belgium, because I think Belgium will take first place and guarantee first place in the group. Okay, Sudakov is picked by 0% at this moment, maybe approximately 1%, because alongside me there are some players who pick, I know, and I think Sudakov is so good differential, and I advise to pick that player. And the last, my midfielder will be Jorginho from Italian national squad. Jorginho takes penalties, especially I want to pick that player right now because of it. Jorginho takes penalties, and maybe in Arsenal he has not experience to play 90 minutes, but I think 60 minutes will be enough for him. Maybe he must be checked or substitute before the final day, but I have only one question mark, and that is Jorginho from my squad. But as I know he takes penalties, and that's why I want to keep him. And against Albania, maybe he will score goal or provide assist, because he likes to take set pieces also. My forward line will be like this. I'll start with Harry Kane from England. And I advise you to buy that player, to purchase that player. I advise you 100%. It must be picked, and I explain you right now why I think about it. Harry Kane takes set pieces. Harry Kane takes penalties, and he has very good ratio to score it. And England has match against Serbia. Against next matches against Denmark. I was thinking about Jude Bellingham, and I picked him in the first draft of my video. And I was thinking about Phil Foden. I was thinking about Cole Palmer or Saka, but Serbia and Denmark are not teams to concede 3 goals. Maybe I think so. And if England scores, Harry must does it. I think Harry Kane will be the player who will score, and I suggest to buy that player. And maybe I was thinking about Jude Bellingham, but Jude Bellingham did not perform well in the last matches in Real Madrid, and it was revealed that he has a shoulder injury during the season. Maybe half season or quarter season he's playing with shoulder injury, and I think in Euro 2024 we will not see the best version of Jude Bellingham. And maybe I'm not going to rely on Phil Foden also or Saka. Maybe we all know how great England national team is, how stars there are, but we all know that Serbia and Denmark are not teams for me to concede 3 goals. Maybe 1 or 2 goals will be enough, and who must score if not Harry Kane? Next is Ronaldo from Portugal, and Cristiano Ronaldo scored 10 goals in the qualifiers and provided 1 assist in the Portugal national team. He takes penalties. We all know how good he is, and I think against Czech Republic, against Turkey, and against Georgia, he will try to rewrite history, because he's record breaker. In the last Euro 2021, he broke many records, and maybe I think he is the best player in Euro history, and I think he must rewrite his history, and again remember us that age are only numbers. The last one is Kylian Mbappe, which I did not pick in the first draft, and I explained why. Because Kylian Mbappe played first Euro, and last Euro was his first experience in Euro history, because he totally played 4 matches and scored 0 goals, but provide 2 assists. But this time Kylian Mbappe is the player of Real Madrid, and he's the one of the contender of Ballon d'Or. As I told you, I think Jude Bellingham will not be the best version of himself, and there will be Vinny Jr. again, and between Kylian Mbappe and Vinny Jr. the Ballon d'Or fight teammates already. And if France win, Kylian Mbappe will have an opportunity to take Ballon d'Or. But for me, favorite is Vinny Jr. at this time, because Vinny Jr. Will have to play Copa America. Meanwhile, Mbappe will play Euro 2024, and I think Kylian Mbappe will say his word. And this is a player of high caliber, and I think it's time to score goals. He scored goals against Netherlands in both matches in the group. Austria is very good. I think it will not be surprised if Kylian Mbappe will not score against Austria, because Austria became very good, very disciplined, and I think one of the hidden bombs that will be Austria for me. But I have to play with Kylian Mbappe because he's picked by 77%, approximately everyone from fantasy, and I'm not going to miss that points. Maybe he will be like crazy. He will be so hungry to score goals and make history, because in the World Cup he plays very well, but Euro he did not, and Benzema was the main star from France. But this time it's about only him and Kylian Mbappe. I think it's time to score goals in Euro and take and say its word about Ballon d'Or, because it will be him against Vinny Jr. in October, I think. Okay, that's probably my final draft. 99% is my final draft. If not any injury cases, or if not any news or any changes in the team, I will not exchange any player. I have only one question mark about Jorginho, but there is not player under 5 million to change Jorginho well. And I think it's last pick for me. I was trying to pick the players which will be captains for me during Matchday 1, and I did it very well, I think, because my first captain will be Toni Kroos. If he fails the next day, the captain will be Rodri or Jorginho or Di Marco, but I think it will be Rodri. Next one is I must see who plays first. Okay, 15 it's Rodri, yes. On 16 it's Hurricane without question mark. Next one will be Kylian Mbappe on 17, and the last captain for me will be Ronaldo on 18, if those recent 4 fails. Okay, that's my final team. It will not be changed. Please subscribe my channel again and like this video, and tell me your advices in the comment section, and let's discuss about fantasy points. Goodbye, see you later, good luck.